The Romans. In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful. Aleph, Lam, Mim. The Romans have been defeated in a nearby territory. But following their defeat, they will be victorious in a few years. The matter is up to Allah, in the past and future. On that day, the believers will rejoice in Allah's support. He supports whomever He wills. He is the Almighty, the Merciful. The promise of Allah. Allah never breaks His promise, but most people do not know. They know an outer aspect of worldly life, but are heedless of the hereafter. Do they not reflect within themselves? Allah did not create the heavens and the earth and what is between them, except with reason and for a specific duration. But most people, regarding meeting their Lord, are disbelievers. Have they not traveled the earth and seen how those before them ended up? They were more powerful than them, cultivated and developed the land more than they created it, and their messengers came to them with clear signs. Allah would never wrong them, but they used to wrong themselves. Then, evil was the end of those who committed evil. That is because they rejected Allah's revelations and used to ridicule them. Allah originates creation and then repeats it. Then, to Him, you will be returned. On the day when the hour takes place, the guilty will despair. They will have no intercessors from among their idols, and they will disown their partners. On the day when the hour takes place, they will separate. As for those who believed and did good deeds, they will be delighted in meadows. But as for those who disbelieved and rejected our signs and the encounter of the hereafter, those will be hauled into the torment. So glorify Allah when you retire at night and rise in the morning. His is the praise in the heavens and on earth, in the evening, and when you reach midday. He brings the living out of the dead, gets the dead out of the living, and revives the land after it dies. Likewise, you will be resurrected. And of His signs is that He created you from dust, behold, you become humans spreading out. And of His signs is that He created for you mates from among yourselves, so that you may find tranquility in them, and He planted love and compassion between you. In this are signs for people who reflect. And of His signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the diversity of your languages and colors. In this are signs for those who know. And of His signs are your sleep by night and day and your pursuit of His bounty. In this are signs for people who listen. And of His signs is that He shows you the lightning, causing fear and hope. And He brings down water from the sky, with it, He revives the earth after it dies. In this are signs for people who understand. And of His signs is that the heaven and the earth stand at His disposal. And then, when He calls you out of the planet, you will emerge at once. To Him belongs everyone in the heavens and the earth. All are submissive to Him. He initiates creation and then repeats it, something easy for Him. His is the highest attribute in the heavens and the earth. He is the Almighty, the Wise. He illustrates an example for you, from yourselves. Do you make your servants complete partners in the wealth we have given you? Do you revere them as you revere one another? We thus explain the revelations for people who understand. Yet, the wrongdoers follow their desires without knowledge. But who can guide whom Allah leaves astray? They will have no helpers. So devote yourself to the religion of monotheism, the instinct Allah has instilled in humanity. There is no altering Allah's creation. This is the true religion, but most people do not know. Turning towards Him, be conscious of Him, perform the prayer, and do not be of the idolaters. Of those who divided their religion and became sects, each faction was pleased with what they had. When affliction touches the people, they call on their Lord, turning to Him in repentance. But then, when He gives them a taste of His mercy, some attribute partners to their Lord, to show ingratitude for what we have given them. Indulge yourselves, you will surely know. Have we sent down to them any authority that speaks to support their idols? When we give people a taste of mercy, they rejoice in it. But they begin to despair when adversity befalls them because of what their hands have perpetrated. Do they not see that Allah expands the provision for whomever He wills or restricts it? Indeed, these are signs for people who believe. So give the relative his rights, people in need, and the wayfarer. That is best for those who seek Allah's presence. Those are the prosperous. The usury you practice, seeking to multiply people's wealth, will not bear with Allah. But what you give in charity, desiring Allah's approval, these are the multipliers. Allah is He who created you, then provides for you, then makes you die, then brings you back to life. Can any of your idols do any of that? Glorified is He and exalted above what they associate. Corruption has appeared on land and sea because of what people's hands have earned to make them taste some of what they have done so that they might return. Say, roam the earth, and observe the fate of those who came before. Most of them were idolaters. So devote yourself to the upright religion before there comes from Allah a day that cannot be averted. On that day, they will be shocked. Whoever disbelieves, upon him falls his disbelief. And whoever acts righteously, they are preparing for themselves, so that He may reward those who have believed and done righteous deeds out of His bounty. He does not love the ungrateful. And of His signs is that He sends the winds bearing good news, to give you a taste of His mercy, so that the ships may sail by His command, and so that you may seek of His bounty, and so that you may give thanks. Before you, we sent messengers to their people. They came to them with clear proof. Then, we took revenge on those who sinned. It is incumbent on us to help the believers. Allah is He who sends the winds. They stir up clouds. Then He spreads them in the sky as He wills. And He breaks them apart. Then you see raindrops issuing from their midst. Then, when He makes it fall upon whom He wills of His servants, behold, they rejoice. Although they were before it was sent down upon them in despair. So observe the effects of Allah's mercy, how He revives the earth after it dies. Indeed, He is the reviver of the deceased. He is capable of everything. But if we send a wind, and they see it turning yellow, they would continue after that to disbelieve. You cannot make the dead hear, or the deaf hear the call when they turn away. Nor can you guide blind people out of their error. You can hear only those who believe in our signs and have submitted them. Allah is He who created you weakly, then after weakness gave you strength, strength gave you weakness and gray hair. He creates whatever He wills. He is the omniscient, the omnipotent. On the day when the hour occurs, the sinners will swear they had stayed only an hour. Thus, they were deluded. But those endowed with knowledge and faith will say, you remained in Allah's book until the day of resurrection. This is the day of resurrection, but you did not know. On that day, the sinners' excuses will not benefit them, nor will they be excused. We have cited in this Quran for the people every sort of parable. But even if you bring them a miracle, those disbelieving will say, you are nothing but fakers. Allah thus seals the hearts of those who do not know. So be patient. The promise of Allah is true. And do not let those who lack certainty belittle you.